Don't do that. That's not the right thing for you to do. Hey, I think your idea is terrible. You shouldn't execute it. Hey, here are a list of things that you have to do today. Make sure you finish it before the end of the day, yeah? Ladies and gentlemen, are you aware of who is in control of your day-to-day life? Do you make choices that really matters to you? Or you just live in autopilot, following orders and doing whatever people say? I'm going to tell you a story about someone who is very close to me. She's a family member even, and if you're listening to this, you know who you are. She owns her business, and she built her business from the very ground up. Lots of people admire her, even her family look up to her. She works day and night, back-to-back meeting, and she put her whole heart into her work. And this year, she's planning to get married. So exciting, right? She's getting married to the person that she loves the most. But life happened. Last year, she was diagnosed with a serious illness, and the doctor said that she might not fully recover. And this is very devastating to her, because even to stand or to walk, it was very painful for her. She lost so much of her life. Her independence are all taken away. And right now, she is in the very care of her parents. So her parents decide what she should eat, where should she go to the hospital, and what she can and cannot do. And her marriage that we were talking about earlier, she has to put it on hold. Ladies and gentlemen, isn't this something that happened to all of us as well? Maybe in a different kind of form. Have you ever waking up passionately just to do meetings, waking up to go to work, and just to finish your task? Not really, right? Because honestly, I don't do that either. But if you do, that's great, right? I remember the first time when the doctor said that she was sick. Everyone was trying her best. Everyone was trying their best to help her recover. Everyone keeps saying, hey, take this medicine. This might help you recover better and faster. Hey, maybe this is a spiritual illness. You should go to shaman. And hey, here are a list of foods that you cannot eat. You cannot eat sweets, you cannot eat salts, you cannot eat proteins. So, what can she eat then? There were lots of voices. And what's even worse, she haven't even fully processed what happened to her yet. She stopped planning because the doctor told her that she might not recover. What else she have in life? She just lie in bed, not knowing what to do next. And worst come to worst, one day she feel her whole body actually paralyzed. She can't move. She can't talk. All she can do was cry. Ladies and gentlemen, isn't this sounds familiar to us as well? As an adult or as everyone, we often feel paralyzed with our own emotions. Maybe not physically, but this is life. And we often lose ourselves because the voices that revolves around us are just too much. And we forgot to listen to the voice that truly matters to us, which is our own voice. The next day, when she no longer paralyzed, where she was able to move, she decided to go out of the house. And she go out shopping, and she eat food that she loves. She go out with her support systems. And that day, that particular day, was finally hers to have. She finally regained the control of her own life. Finally, in a very long time. And the next thing she want to do, like all of us, boys and girls, we want to have great skin, right? She want to do skin treatments. But then she remember, everything that she's going to do, it has to be approved by her parents. And in this particular time, she stood up. She finally realized, hey, despite of my illnesses, my life is still mine. And I can do whatever I want. I still get to choose, even though my life is kind of dependent, but it's still my life. So she decided to ask her doctors, who actually have the credibility and the credentials to give her medical advice. And she asked the doctors. When her parents knew, they were furious. Well, but she stood up this time. The doctors still say no, but at least she have spoken her mind. At least she have finally decided what she want to do next with her life, even though it's a small step. Ladies and gentlemen, we lose ourselves not because the world talks so much. It's because we stop listening to the voice that truly matters to us. Our own voice. Lots of people are also experiencing this, and this is very important. Can you imagine in our society if engineers just do things because they were expected to do that without questioning their previous template or blueprints? Can you imagine doctors making fatal mistakes because they don't update what they're seeing right now, what the real cases of the patients? They just following protocols. And leaders will make foolish mistakes if they don't challenge the existing system. Our whole industry could crumble if people in it doesn't work with purpose. But there's always a way back for us to recover from it. Some of you might want to get married this year. Some of you might want to pursue a certain degree. And some of you might want to get a job level ups. Or it's okay as well if you just want to survive another whole week. But here's the thing. Any of that wouldn't happen if you are so unsure with what you want in life. If you are so unsure with what you wanted to achieve in life. Because even yourself doesn't believe that it's going to happen, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, the update about the person that we're talking about, luckily, she's getting better this year. And with the fighting spirits that she has right now, I believe she still can get married by the end of this year. Well, I can't promise you that she's free of all the expectations and she's free of all words that people are saying. But one thing that I know for sure is that the more she listens to herself, the more she asks herself, what do I believe? What do I feel? And what do I want? She will be able to regain her life back. So, before I leave this stage, I want you all to close your eyes. For real, I want you all to close your eyes. Now, I want you to ask yourself, what do you think about your life right now? How do you feel about the life that you're living right now? Is this really the life that you want? Not something that your parents want, not something that your boss wants, not something that your friends expect you to live? Now, I want you all to open your eyes. I want your life to be yours. If you don't ask these questions now, you might wake up one day and lose yourself entirely. Now, I want you all to promise me this. Right later on, right after you leave this room, I want you to listen to your own voice first before you listen to others. Because you matter, your voice matters, and no one deserves to die in silence. Thank you.